I tell you, I uploaded some videos, I guess about this time last year, and it was concerning the plants, the foliage that's around my yard. I stated before that I live in a very old home that was built around 1860, 1880, late 1800s, something like that. Well, at that time, people had planted, like we should be doing now, but at that time, people planted all sorts of food-bearing plants. I've got several nut trees, walnuts and pecans in this yard that are due to people that had lived in this area and had planted that specifically in this yard so that they could grow their own food and eat it. Well, I've got nut trees here, I've got berry bushes and berry trees. In other words, this whole yard is filled. I'm talking, I've got maybe 10, 11 trees alone that are food bearing, fully mature trees. Well, this yard is filled with them. And lo and behold, all of my food bearing trees are dying. That's what you're looking at on the ground here. This is summertime, right? This is midsummer, and what you're looking at on the ground is leaves falling like it's fall. That's exactly right. Look at all the ones that are brown and dead. Okay, now I've mowed grass many a times. These leaves would not be here. I'm about to show you the tree. Now, if you go back to a video that I did entitled something about radiation tests that I did last year, I tested one of these leaves from this very same tree of what you're looking at. And what I showed was that the trees themselves, or the leaves themselves, once I put them in the microwave radiation, they curled up on the ends just like what's happening with this tree right now on the outside. Just like what's happening. I want you to begin to look at this tree here. I want you to begin to look at the disease and the sickness that is on every last one of these trees. This is how the leaves are curling up from the solar radiation, and the spots themselves, I believe, are from the chemtrails. I believe that the chemtrails are specifically targeting food-bearing plants. And believe it or not, you won't believe what I'm just noticing right now. My entire, look at this, my entire side of the woods here is completely dying off. Everything you see here is dying off. Everything you see here is dying off. Look at this. We are not far, my friends. This is a part of their plan. Look at this. This is a part of their plan. This is what they're doing. Every last bit of this just has died. I'm just noticing this. Every last bit of this has just died within the last week. Unreal. Look at all the leaves on the ground. This is not fall. This is not fall. Look at this. All of this is dead. This just happened within the last few days, not week. My friends, my friends, my friends. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I can't even begin to tell you. So, as we can see, the mulberry tree, which is a food source that we could depend on if something was to go down, we can see that it's all dying. The whole tree is dying. The whole thing. The whole entire tree is dying right before my eyes. Right before my eyes. And then, if you can see over here, all of this is now dying too. Every last bit of this. I want to quickly show you some things real fast. I want you to notice this is a whole different species of tree. Okay? I want you to see all of the damage that we're experiencing. Okay? All of the damages. This isn't confined to just a few species, friends. This is on every tree, every type of tree that I've got going on here is starting to experience this. All right, I'm going to walk you here from the front of my yard. Okay? Here's the front of my yard where I just actually have just noticed this. That, you know, I said within a week, but in reality, this has only been a few days. The entire whole spectrum of species is beginning to die off. And this has just happened within a few days, okay? So here we are at the tree, okay, which is the mulberry tree. This is the front of my home. All right, I'm gonna move back here, and I want you to see, we're gonna go take a look at some other mulberry trees. Come on, Princeton. We're gonna take a look at some other mulberry trees, and I want you to see that as we move progressively forward to the back of my yard, that what we're gonna see is the same old stuff. The same old stuff. More mutation, more damage, more new growth, which is, this is what this is. This is a new growth, all right, which is being irradiated. All of this new growth here should not look like that, okay? Totally different species of plants that we're dealing with, which are all now dying off, okay? So we've come from the front. As we move towards the back, I want you to see this. I just noticed this. Okay, this isn't a mulberry tree. All right, this is a whole other tree, totally mutated. What you are beginning to see is the mutations that are taking place on this plant from the new growth. And as you can see, the plants themselves are growing mutated. All right, here's the backyard. Same mulberry tree, same sickness, same disease that's taking place. Okay? Check it out. Check it out. All of the same stuff. Now, some of you remember I got a beehive here. Well, praise the Lord, these bees are still making it. Okay? And they are. I want you to see, I'm floored. I'm stunned. Look at this. Look at all of this here. This is all dying. Every last bit of it. I mean, are they specifically trying to kill me? Because when these UFOs fly over my house at night, I notice that my eyes begin to sting. And that sometimes my skin burns. And can you believe this? Look at this. Every bit. I've just walking you from the front to the back of my yard and my entire yard. This is the pecan tree. See these pecan leaves? All dead. I'm blown away. You see all these leaves on the ground? Wild grape. We're looking at wild grape and mulberry mixed in that is absolutely just dying. I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. It saddens me beyond belief. It just saddens me beyond belief. For you guys that want to think that, I don't know what you're going to think. I don't know what you are possibly imagining. So many of you are just trying to discredit the Father. So many of you seem to discredit the identity of God, even discredit Jesus Christ. Do you realize that all of this was foretold over 2,000 years ago, and that it is perfectly happening on cue? Keep in mind, guys, this is July, okay? This isn't September. This isn't October. This isn't November. This is July. I don't know. I got some other videos that I can show you of trees down the street, entire trees. I'm talking 50-foot tall trees, entire trees totally dying. I'll have to make a walk up to the street in a few to show you that. But anyway, I would take note of what's happening around you, because the signs. Right, this is going to be my last video here. I'm in Newport News, Virginia. This is Eastern Virginia here. There's the tracks at my house. I'm on the other side of my yard, right through these bushes, through all of these dying, dead trees, man. Look at this. You guys are not going to believe what I'm about to show you. All of this has just happened within the last few days. Now my yard is directly through. These are the videos that I was just showing you. On the other side of this bush line is my yard. This is the side of the bush line that is now on the tracks. Let's just take a little walk with me and let you see what's happening here. Let's just take a little walk here and notice everything that you see is dying. Everything. Everything. Look at this. Everything that you see is dying. Everything. It's dying. Right now. Can you believe it? Everything you see is dying. Everything. Look at this. This is an oak tree, guys. You see that? That's an oak tree. Look at that. All of the new growth dead, fried, burn up. More oak trees. This look natural to y'all? Does this look natural to you guys? Huh? Nah, it don't look natural to nobody. To nobody. I'm incredibly freaked out. Incredibly freaked out. I've just walked y'all guys no less than 35 feet. And look at this. These are evergreens, right? Evergreens? Look, evergreens not so green. Dying. All dying. People that live in Eastern Virginia can tell y'all guys, we've had plenty of rain. Plenty. This isn't from lack of rain. This is from overexposure of absolute chemical warfare. This is the trail that leads right back to my little building here. Can you see all that? Look at this. These are the evergreens, all that brown and that gold, everything you see here, dying. Everything you see here is dying. Everything. All different manners of species. You guys better get your head out the sand. And I say that with love. Get your head out of the sand. Look at this. Everything. Look at here on the ground. Look at this. All of this is dead and dying. Every bit of this. All manner of different species. Let's get closer down in here. Look at this tree here. Look at this. The whole thing dying. The whole thing. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Look at this. I don't know what we've got here, but here's some sort of fruit that is dying from whatever here is dying all over the ground, that has some sort of fruit on it, and it's just dying. Everything. This ain't no game. This ain't no game, people. This ain't no game. This is our lives. This is our lives. I'm floored. You all should be floored too. This continues the whole way down. The entire whole way down. I've just literally walked you no less than 50 yards, and you can see that everything is dying. Lord help us. Friends, brothers, sisters, pray sincerely for our protection.